Hey, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Tracy and I am a girl with plans. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a setup for the month of June where I'll be planning about 5 of my planners into one just to see if it makes my life a little bit simpler. So stay tuned. All right, you guys. So yes, I have decided to go ahead and condense my 3 separate planners into one. This is actually 5 planners, but the reason is because in order to be successful at planning, you have to be utilizing a planner that you like, which I think for all of my planners, I have finally found almost planner peace. For the majority of them, I have reached planner peace, and planner peace is basically finding one that you like and that you're happy with. But the second one is having your planner accessible to you. And I've been keeping a lot of my planners in my office area, so they are accessible to me Monday through Friday during my work hours. I currently work from home. I'm able to telework a lot, so from like 8 to 5, I'm in my office working. And before I start my work day, I kind of utilize my planners, go through them, plan the day out, add anything I needed from the day before, etc., etc. But then on the weekends, sometimes my planning falls off because they're in my office. Now, when I kind of get the urge to plan and I'm not being lazy, I'll like take them all, move them from my office to my living room. But again, these are my planners. You can see they're pretty thick too. So it's just a lot. I do it, but I like to make things simpler. So I'm going to do FrankenPlanning, and I'm only going to do it for 1 month to try it out. If I like it and this is going to be the new way that I'm going to plan, then I will continue to do it throughout the rest of the year. But I still probably will only be adding 1 month from each planner at a time. But because I'm doing this, I'm also going to be finally using this zipper binder cover portfolio. And I have already added stickers to it. And this is the reason why I'm using this, because in these things, I use a lot. I put a lot of my stickers in here because I need quick access to them when I'm doing my monthly planning, when I'm doing my daily planning type thing. Well, I was trying to see if things would fit and to see if I wanted to use this. So I did already add my stickers. You can see these are stickers that were already in my planners. So that is the reason why I'm kind of going to be utilizing this. And I like it. I think it's going to be great. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. This planner cover is from a teacher layout from last year. There was the 2022-2023 school year. Those of you who do not watch my channel, I have used the teacher layout for several different planners over the course of the past year. Last year, I actually tried them for almost all of them. But this year, I tried it for 1 or 2 months for my Catchall, and it worked, but it's working better for my social media planner. So yeah, just side note. But what I'm going to do is I'm flipping this over to use this side because I don't want the 2022-2023 showing, and this is just as pretty. So yeah, the inside of the covers can be used. You just have to flip them over. So this was the back cover. That would have worked too upside down, but I didn't want the 2023. And this just says plan a happy life, so why not? And then I have a whole bunch of discs, and I like metal discs. They're my preference. I use my plastic disc for old planners, holding planners, stuff like that. And when I say holding planners, they're the ones where I keep my future months at that I'm currently using, as well as prior months that I'm no longer using. But I wanted to use these. I recently got the Adventure Calls bundle from the Happy Planner. I think it was on sale recently for like 40% off one weekend. And I was like, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. I don't need it. And I bought it because I think shipped, it was like $19. And you guys who are into Happy Planner know that metal disc alone, when they're like $10, that's considered a sale. And when I got metal disc, a sticker book, and some other things for $19, that was great. So yeah, and these are gorgeous. I have nothing like them. I don't see these colored discs anywhere either. So yeah. All right, so there we go. Step 1 complete. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start with my catch-all planner because I want that in the fronts, because that is something that I do need to refer to in the mornings. So this is one sticker sheet I did not move over. This is what I use for my monthly, and I do want to keep that in there. And I do want to move over, let me see if I'm on a frame. Let's do a frame check because I always tend to be kind of low. So here is my name page. I am moving that over. Even though this is a trial run and I'm not moving everything over, I'll be moving additional stuff. If I decide to keep it, I'm moving this over. And I also do need to move over my calendar. I know some people call this the perpetual calendar. I'm just going to call it my calendar because that's how I do my future planning. So I know some people like if you only move a couple of months at a time, which I only keep a couple of months in here at a time anyway. But if you're only moving 1 month at a time, how do you keep track of future appointments? I keep track of those on my calendar here. So that's what I refer to when I do my monthly planning. Now, I'm not going to move my one little word. I'm not going to move my birthday calendar. I will move all of that over if I decide to keep this. Okay, and then this is my subscription list. I have nothing due in June or July, so I can keep that in here for the time being, but that will be something that would definitely move over if I decide to keep this. And I'm not planning on doing these like monthly planner move-ins every month. I'm gonna just pop this in right here for now. I'm just doing it right now, just because this is something new to me, so that way you can kind of hear my thought process about why I'm doing this and so forth. If I end up keeping it, I may do another one maybe at the beginning of the 4th quarter or something like that. We'll see. All right, so for my catch-all. So right now, a lot of stuff from my catch-all is staying in my current catch-all planner. I'm not going to be moving it over to my FrankenPlanner, but like I said, that very well may change. Well, that will change if I decide to keep this. All right, so I'm moving the month of June. And this is going to be an easier move-in because I have already only have like a couple of months in these planners. I have the planners, like I said, my holding planners, which has the future months off to the side, and I can pull those as needed. And I will say, to save time, I've already even FrankenPlanned some of those planners. What I did is like at one point while I was just sitting around on one of the days where I didn't have as much to do and just went ahead and FrankenPlanned them. I'll show you when I get to certain ones. So yeah, I'm using the dashboard for my catch-all. So I'll move that over. So I also have an adulting section in this planner. I think everything from that section can stay in my current, I don't even know what to call this right now, but it can stay here for the time being because it's like chores, budget, projects. If I need to use it, I can go back to it. I'm going to keep this where I kept them anyway, just to use it. All right, so my next section is goals. I have a divider here. This is Happy Planner. I'm not sure which one it is. I don't know if this is one of the Wrong Girls from Happy Planner divider, but I love full page dividers. And this is Wrong Devote artwork, and I printed it on a regular cardstock because I like to have like cover sheets for the sections. I don't know why, but I just do. I just want my divider and I want a cover sheet behind it. All right, I'm not going to move at the time my goals, my 2023 goals. Again, if I decide to stick with this, it will be moved. All right, now this is one of the one of the planners that I have FrankenPlanned. So I will go through this a little bit with you, and I think I can go ahead and put this one aside now. So for my goals planner, I tried this last month and love it. And this is actually going to cut down on how much stuff I really do have to move over because as soon as I put the planner aside, no, never mind. I'm thinking ahead. I didn't. But those of you who watch my goals planner video know how I FrankenPlan this. So I don't have to go into deep. I was thinking about my social media planner. I'm getting all confused. So I do FrankenPlan. This is the hourly layout planner. This is part of the hourly layout planner. But then what I did is I inserted 2 sheets that has the vertical layout in here. Just sat it in the middle. There we go. And then again, it picks back up with the hourly. And to see how I fully use this, you can definitely check out some of my goal planning videos. I actually have a playlist set up for that. And then I will add this to the back, which is monthly reflection and monthly review. I really don't use this currently page. I more or less use this. I'll put my filler paper aside because I think I'm gonna put that in the back. All right, the next section I think I'm going to do is my fitness section. Again, I think this is wrong cover art. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to leave the goals pages and stuff in here. This planner has so many inserts that if I was to move, when I move this over, because I think I probably will be doing this in the long term, I need to move like my progress reports. I need to move like all of my favorite exercises. Like that's where I keep log and stuff like that. I'll need to move all of that over. So it is going to start taking up some room, but right now I don't need to. All right, so I'm going to pull out June. And again, in the back, I have a fitness goals page and a fitness reflection page. All of these inserts came from Etsy. I'm not sure what Etsy shop I purchased them from, but it was actually like a planner. So you can like print out a planner. I just don't use the planner pages. I like the supplemental inserts, but it was a printable and it was pretty cheap, which is why I purchased it and I don't use it all. I mean, when I say pretty cheap, I'm like a couple dollars. All right, so here's my fitness planner. Okay. And what I plan on doing, if I do move all of this stuff over, like all of the stuff that I said I wasn't going to move now, if I decide to move some of that stuff over in July, I think what I'm going to do is like evaluate how much I'm using them currently to see if they're even worth moving over, because it might have been something that I thought was a good idea at the beginning of the year and didn't do. Okay, I am going to add this meal planning section. So I've kind of made this section off camera. This cover sheet came from an actual insert, and I do have meal planning page inserts, but for the time being, I want to use these. I have a whole bunch of this note paper, so I want to use this. And then I have, these are like, came from like a I think a fitness accessory pack, which I don't even know if it's still available. That's the Happy Planners version, the Happy Planner Wrong fitness pack. So I'm gonna put these in there. I'm only putting 4 weeks worth. And I just write down my meal plans and then my grocery list. Keeping that simple. Keep it simple so I hopefully do it, because I have not been doing it. Okay, my desk is not big enough, so I have to keep throwing this on the floor and then doing it. Okay, so these I don't think I need right now because those are pretty much labeled, and I don't know that I need to divide it between breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My Lumen subscription is over, so I don't need to do that anymore. Now we're going to do June for wellness. Again, another wrong art piece. Love it. Apparently you can see I'm a fan. So again, I just printed that off on cardstock and use that as my cover sheet. And here is my June month here. You can see, I think all of these might have been 18 months. So June actually they put May 29th in here, which is why I am kind of setting this up a little bit early. I think that's all I need, because I don't think these I've been currently using. I have different ones. I probably do want to move these over though. Okay, so I'll move those over. All right. And these. I probably shouldn't have taken them all off at the same time. You're probably yelling at me. I'm a very impatient person. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead now and pop this on and this on. All right, so there we go. Now the last section, so I've already got 3 sections in here, and you can see it's still not very thick. Like I said, I don't want to fill it up too much because I really only need 1 month in here at a time. I have blank pages. We'll put that in the back. So this is my social media planner, and this is the one I had thought I was doing earlier. So for my social media planner, I had like a whole section in here called brain dump. And I'm not going to be continuing that because I have now FrankenPlanned. Wait a minute, what is this? Okay, I guess I don't know what I did. All right, so I have another section divider. Again, another wrong art piece. I thought this was cute. All right, so I have that. And then I FrankenPlanned 2 planners into one for social media. And this gets rid of my need to have a separate brain dump section with filler paper. And I like this better because it stays with the month. And a lot of times if I do a brain dump, it is corresponding to that month. And if it's something that maybe needs to be more long-term, I can either move it from month to month, just rewrite it, or I can use filler paper. So what I am doing is I have FrankenPlanned the monthly layout. This is the monthly layout. You see it has like, this is more like goals type stuff. And then you have these. So I'll go over more how I'm using this when I do my first setup, my first weekly setup for my social media planner. But I kind of write down like goals or stats here. And then I use this for actual like planning type stuff, like what kind of videos do I want to film, what kind of reels do I want to film, stuff like that. Then I had printed this out because I am using the teacher layout, and on the other side of this teacher layout was half of a monthly calendar I no longer need. So I just taped this on it. I was using this for planning videos by day, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm actually going to be using this to write down kind of my YouTube video content schedule. And I may use this to record stats. I don't know. Or I may use this to kind of jot down what I think I want my schedule to be. And then once I actually upload the video, I might move it to the other one. So we'll see. But again, merging these 2 layouts together has essentially led me to reducing the amount of pages I need in my social media planner. And I got so many of these. So like I got one from Happy Planner. I believe it was when they had like a buy one, get one free sale. And I bought like 2 clearance planners. So, I mean, it was a ridiculous price. So I got one. And then I got 2 more that are undated that I got from the Hobby Lobby clearance. So I need to use them. So I have that. I definitely have some other sheets I would like to move over, but I don't think I am right now. They're more like goal sheets where I track off like milestones that I made and stuff like that. But being that they don't occur every day, I can just go back to this planner when I need to record it. So I think that is it. The only, oh no, I do. I need to do this because I have all of my stickers here. These are not in that black portfolio. And I need to add filler pages. So I think, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking this should just, this should be in the back. And I can put the filler pages in front. Because you know when, you can feel this to flip to it. Oh my gosh, I hear a cat whining outside of my window. It like scared me. All right, so I think that's it. Again, my setup is going to look different once I start moving other stuff over. But right now, this is all I have. I do have another divider if I need it. I could always use this if I want like something in the front. I do need to have a divider for Catchall, or maybe I don't know. So I have these stickers in here for now. Here's my name page, my at a glance calendar where I do my future planning. Here is my Catchall for June. My Catchall section, the only thing I'm going to have to figure out if I do want to truly use this for the rest of the year is where I want to put my adulting section at. That would be the only complicated thing because it's a lot of stuff. It's like a chore section. It's a budget section. And it's all that kind of stuff. And I'm not sure where I would want to put it. I don't know that I would want to put it with the monthlies, but I guess I could just shove it in the back and just have it at the back of my planner. I guess that's an option. But yeah, so anyway, so here's my Catchall. And then here is my goals section. So, and I like having my goals right after the monthly, right after this monthly. And I did move the actual monthly part in May to right behind it as well in my current planner, just because I do kind of utilize both of these together, and I didn't think I would. I thought they were going to be more of a nuisance, like almost tracking 2 things daily, but it really isn't. But because this is hourly, and while I am focusing on goals, I do refer to this a lot, like what I'm doing during the day to kind of dictate this, and kind of vice versa. So I do like those together. All right, then I have another divider, and here is my fitness. So I have my fitness section, and then I have my meal plans. I don't have anything fancy for meal plans because I kind of consider that part of fitness. And I just have these filler pages that I use for my meal plans. And then I have my wellness section, or my health section. So I have my sleep tracker insert, my monthly, and then I'm using the recovery layout, so that's there. And then I have another divider, and this is my social media section. So then I have this, and this is where I have the monthly planner combined with the teacher planner. All right, so that is what I have. I have filler paper, folders. The only other thing, so I need to pop these in. The only other thing, I think I'm gonna just do this off camera because I know sometimes the popping in and out can be a little annoying. That I'm thinking, so like you see how at the top, how I have a tab for goals and a tab for wellness, and then like here's the tab, the divider for social media, here's this. I need to figure that out. And I don't know that I want to figure it out right now because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep up with this 100%. Whatever is right there needs to be trimmed. But I would like having my section dividers at the top so I can see it like that, like do a quick flip. The other thing, and because I'm not completely finished with May yet, because of how the planners start, it gets confusing. I had to film this a little bit early, is I have dividers in my planners. Is it here? Yeah. So I have dividers that say this month, and then today. I'm not going to need this month because I only have 1 month in here, but I do like the today dividers, and I use that on the week. So like the first week, I'll put it here. It just makes it easy because you saw how I like had to like struggle to do that, but it just makes it easy to flip to. The only bad thing is I'm going to have like how many todays? I need to think about how to do this because I really want my section dividers at the top. I really don't want them on the side. But it might make more sense to have them on the side because I'm going to have all of my todays and stuff at the top. I need to ponder. I need to ponder that. That is not something that I need to decide anytime soon. I have an extra one if I want it. I'm going to just keep that to the side right now. But we are going to pop this in my little cover. And as you can see, like I said, these were the sticker sheets that I had in my planner. I love these. These are Happy Planner little sticker page protector inserts. I don't know what they're called. I know I got these from Hobby Lobby. But I love them, and they were great for my planner. They did make my planner really thick, and that was one of the reasons why my fitness planner looked so thick, was because I had so many stickers in there. So I took a lot of them out and put them in here. Like this is my fitness stickers. These are my goal stickers and Catchall stickers, maybe. I think so. I think these are my goals and Catchall. And then my social media is actually in that folder. So they're in the planner. So that's all I have. I love these icon stickers. All right, these are all workouts. So I'll throw that there. And I think these are mostly workouts too. So I'll throw those there. I just find that I use them more. Again, it comes back to you need to have stuff accessible. So even with planners, like I said, my planner needs to be accessible. And what I mean is just like I'm more willing to use it if it's by my side or within reach versus in another room. I'm not going to be using it as much. For some reason, I can't get the bottom in. Now, I know I'm putting this in here. I'm kind of curious to know if I'm actually going to always slide the back end, or if I'm just going to throw the planner in here. We'll see how that works through the course of the month. But the other thing I was talking about accessible, I like having certain stickers with me at all times too, because I'm more likely to use them if they're in here. Like for instance, I have these stickers. Like I bought these off of an Etsy shop, and these came from Paper House Studios Planner Girl sticker book. And there's like a whole bunch of stickers in there, not just the fitness stickers, but I keep forgetting to use them. And these are kind of small. So I think they're kind of small for my weekly layout. So like I want to put them in here so I remember when I do my monthly. And I haven't done my monthly yet. So maybe now that I'm saying that, I can use it. But again, these, I can like throw them on there when I do that workout for the day on my monthly, just to use them. Because then when I purchase the stickers to use them, I need to use them. So a little tip, try to keep some stuff with you or with your planner, and it hopefully will mean that you're gonna be more likely to use them. All right, guys, that is, I don't want to say my first FrankenPlanning experience, because in all honesty, I'm technically FrankenPlanning my Catchall and goals planner together. And my goals planner actually FrankenPlan layouts together. And then my fitness and wellness is FrankenPlan together. So this isn't my first rodeo when it comes to FrankenPlanning, but it is the first time that I've attempted to do so many into one. So thank you guys for coming on this journey for me, with me. Wish you could have done it for me, but maybe you guys kind of got something out of this. Sometimes, you know, me going through my thought process, which isn't always correct, it might have kind of given you guys some ideas or things like that. Or maybe you guys can give me some more ideas. If you saw somewhere where I went wrong. If you made it through this video and you like this content, please be sure to hit that like button. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are already subscribed, I do want to give you a big thank you, because I really, really do appreciate it. And I also want to thank all of you guys for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I know we all lead busy lives, and I really do appreciate it when you do watch my videos. And also, I do have an Instagram channel. I do link that throughout the video, but I will link it again, and I do put a link down in the description box. You guys can follow me over there. I do post layout pictures of things that I don't always do plan with me's in, and as well as some other things. So you get to see some extra stuff that isn't always on my YouTube channel. All right, guys, so that is all I have for now. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.